Large problems are about to evolve around this invasion that occurs around both insects and rodents both. Rats, mice, other rodents taking over, causing issues and causing concerns that bring humanity to this level of awakening. This will, in continuance, cause these younger folks to begin to step up and stand out, causing civil distress across the nations in the United States of America, United Kingdom, Ireland, and even down under in Australia. We will begin to see these younger people rising up to a new level. Once this division is acknowledged and the people awaken to new levels when we reach the latter part of 2026, this will bring us quicker moving towards the new Earth system. Instead, let it lift you up. Let this lift up your spirits. For there is a time that is coming where the lights will go completely dark. There will be 3 days where darkness will reside over the planet Earth as a large planet begins to block out the sun. Paris, major fires break out in Paris, major chaos, and this attack that's about to happen in the city of Paris and surrounding cities. This attack is very well planned, and that is what causes the great divide within United States of America, as things split apart into 7 different nations. Within the royal family, so much evil lurks, as the royals have been controlling everything on the earth for thousands of years, along with their friends that reside within the Vatican, where humanity is going to be shocked and very angry by the knowledge and wisdom that they learn in the coming years. These things that have been suppressed for so long, that you have been brainwashed and lied to for so long. This is all about to become knowledge, common knowledge to the people. The American dollar is burning, and it's burning. I see piles of money burning. And stare closely at your skies in the coming November 2025. November 2025, so many revelations will be coming from your galactic brothers and sisters. The people need to be aware that good things are coming your way. As much as the trials and tribulations that lie ahead and that you currently flow through as if you are walking through a thick mud in the middle of a swamp trying to find your way out. Hey, beautiful friends, beautiful tribe, welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Joseph Tittel, spiritual medium for over 3 decades, aka Spiritman JT. If you want more information about myself, you can go directly to my website, SpiritmanJT or josephtittel.com. In today's video, I go into a deep state trance meditation to connect with my master spirit guides, guardian angels, to bring some information about the future to you. Today we go all over the place, from civil unrest to outbreaks to the new earth, and really some amazing information. But before I move on to this meditation, I just want to thank all the supporters who make this free content possible for everybody else. I couldn't do it without you. I thank you with infinite love and gratitude. And please do hit that thumbs up love button to help get this content out to others. And also so that other content, if you like this kind of content with predictions and channel predictions and what have you, and you want more of it to show up on your feed, then you got to hit the thumbs up on the videos that are the kind of content you want to watch. Besides, a lot of time and energy go into this. I did this meditation on Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. I hope you enjoy. As intense as the energies are that are flowing in 2025 and beyond, humanity needs to be aware of the fact that things are shifting in a direction that awakens humanity to a whole new level, as there is a huge fight between the darkness and the light. And the light will prevail at the end, bringing balance upon the earth. But the darkness wishes nothing more than to desensitize and depopulate the planet and the humans. For the less people there are, the more easily they are to program and to keep in control. But the dark evildoers will not get their way in this process and agenda in which they wish to initiate by the year 2030. Many events are going to play out. These events are not meant to bring fear into the people, although they very much will bring much fear to humanity. These events are there to initiate this new awakening. As we begin to progress through the end of 2025, a new light will shine. New ascension codes will come down from the sun. By the time we reach late October into November 2025, this will bring a new ascension mode to the people. But understand that not all people will awaken. Some, as per their soul contracts, are not meant to awaken. They are meant to stay in this space. Some lineages, some ancestries will not carry forward to the new earth and the shift by the time we reach the point of 2032. These times will be very intense. It is very important that you prepare both physically, energetically, and emotionally, and even more importantly, spiritually. Knowing that again, this too shall pass in due time. This new ascension code that's coming by the latter part of 2025 will awaken the younger generation on a much more higher level. This will, in continuance, cause these younger folks to begin to step up and stand out, causing civil distress across the nations in the United States of America, United Kingdom, Ireland, and even down under in Australia. We will begin to see these younger people rising up to a new level, causing this civil distress, which seems to not at all radiate in a positive vibration. But this is meant to happen in order for the people to awaken, to see the division that's happening between the people, between the states, and between countries. Once this division is acknowledged and the people awaken to new levels when we reach the latter part of 2026, this will bring us quicker moving towards the new Earth system. A new Earth system where humanity actually comes together in pure love, where there is no division. There's no one side or other side. There's no racism. There's no division whatsoever on the new Earth. We will be there much quicker than you think. This next 7-year window is going to be the most intense window of time that humanity has seen in thousands of years. But let this not deter you. Let this not bring you down into the lower level vibrations of fear, distress. Instead, let it lift you up. Let this lift up your spirits. For there is a time that is coming where the lights will go completely dark. There will be 3 days where darkness will reside over the planet Earth as a large planet begins to block out the sun. During this time, it is very important that you stay within your homes. No matter what, keep your windows closed, light white pure candles without scent, and just stay within your own space. Everything will shut down. Your internet, your communications, all of it. This is coming in the next few years, but not as soon as many people may suspect. 2029 is a pivotal point on the planet Earth where humanity is dealing once again with different illnesses, diseases, or what you may call pandemics. Again, do not fear this threat that's coming. This is all a part of the huger awakening. There will be those that plug into the lower vibrations, those that will always live within the lower vibrations. And then there are those that will reach the higher vibrations, those who will be a part of this amazing new earth that comes after these times of trials and tribulations, where things from the outer space fall ever so quickly upon the earth, causing meteors to hit the oceans and other aspects of the earth, causing people again to drop deeper and deeper into fear. This is a geographical event, a universal event, a galactic event that happens every so many thousand years. This event is now on your doorsteps. You will see things in your skies that you have never seen before. These things that appear in the skies may strike up fear in people, but fear not. Know, again, that this is all part of the Earth's growing process and part of your amazing soul's journey. Large problems are about to evolve around this invasion that occurs around both insects and rodents both. Rats, mice, other rodents taking over, causing issues and causing concerns that bring humanity to this level of awakening. And in turn, there's this fight that begins, this fight against Mother Nature, against the animals and the insects versus humanity, in order to diminish the existence of diseases and insect and rodent-borne diseases that spread, especially as we reach the period of 2029. This is a time to be aware of this now, so that we can weed out the infestation of insects and the infestation of rodents that's coming to big cities in the near future. These rodents will spread germs. These rodents will spread diseases that will be easily cured. But the fact of the matter is that this becomes such a big problem, such a huge problem, that there becomes a war, a conflict against Mother Nature, a conflict to stop the infestation of these rodents and to stop the infestation of these bugs. Grasshoppers take over your farm fields. Locusts swarm like they did in the times of ancient Egypt and biblical times. These times are arising again. 2026 is going to bring devastation to many farms across the globe, causing this famine in many areas. It is of the utmost importance that we bring this information to you today so that you can just prepare yourself and your families, having enough food and enough water and reserves to keep you and your family stable for many months. In turn, this will cause less chaos, less problems. When it comes to the big cities begin to fall from within. The tower card rules greatly over big cities, not just in the United States, but across the globe. Paris, major fires break out in Paris, major chaos. And this attack that's about to happen in the city of Paris and surrounding cities. This attack is very well planned, very well orchestrated. They hide there now currently. They are about to strike. They will hit your cafes. They will hit your outdoor restaurants. They will hit your streets. They will ignite things on fire. The people of Paris must be aware, for the deep, dark government within your country and globally wishes nothing more to cause civil unrest upon your country. The same goes within the United States and even the United Kingdom, but more so United States, where freedom still rings. They wish nothing more than to destroy your freedom, to destroy your rights. They have been doing this for quite some time now, since the Bush administration first came into power. They have slowly stripped away your rights in America, slowly have taken everything from you, and you don't even realize until it's all gone. And that is what causes the great divide within United States of America, as things split apart into 7 different nations, 7 different societies This actually, in the long run, as much as it may not look positive and may look like gloom and doom at this time, this, in the long run, brings peace to the planet, peace to the people. Nations come together under the same vibration. People come together in the same vibrations. And not everybody on the planet Earth can always be in the same vibration. We can compare this to levels like numbers, level 5, level 6, level 7. In the coming months, you are about to witness the fall and the sudden shocking deaths of so many people across your planet. All those from the point of leaders, presidents, prime ministers, even those who speak out loudly against governments especially. You will see the takedown of many, even more so in the United States of America, as we see 3 big assassinations on the doorsteps of America. One against the president will be failed once again. They will not succeed. As the president's health begins to deteriorate more and more, and many people on the far sides may wish that this president no longer survives. And they will not quite get that wish right away. But sometime in the future, a few years down the road, when he does exit this earth, the new leadership will bring things down even further, causing more of a collapse of the people. This will bring the great divide amongst the states and amongst the unions within the United States. In the United Kingdom, there will also be complete civil unrest between United Kingdom, Ireland, Scotland, and other areas where the people finally step up and fight against the injustices from the governments and that is weeded from deep within the royal family. Within the royal family, so much evil lurks, as the royals have been controlling everything on the earth for thousands of years, along with their friends that reside within the Vatican. This leadership, this wisdom and knowledge that they've held back from humanity is about to collapse, as the 7 hills become inflamed by the great volcanic eruption that happens nearby at the Vatican in the coming years. This will also cause an ignition to the royal family's castles as they begin to fall, collapse, and burn like that of the Tower card. Soon you will witness a great funeral. You will witness 3 great funerals across the globe of major leaders who pass, starting with those within the United Kingdom, the royal family. Prepare yourselves for a huge funeral event revolved around the royals. This will be a significant event showing the downfall of the royals' control on the planet Earth. This will be followed by another leader's passing that will be quite surprising, as we see one fall after another, 6 months within each other, 6 months within each other. Pay attention to June 2026. June 2026. And even in the turn of the year from 2025 to 2026 in early January, you will see many monumental funerals and memorials taking place, as things on the political spectrum get very violent, unfortunately, causing more incidents like that of Charlie Kirk happening across the globe. Many are threatened, including those within the religious structures. Many are threatened within the religion of Christianity. But even attacks on synagogues and specifically on Israel. In this process of evolution and the moving into higher vibrations to humanity, you are going to become more aware of the things that you put within your body, the foods, the agriculture, the way things are processed and moved. And people will become more and more aware of this, as they already are. This is a way for Mother Earth and the divine creator to force humans to go back to the old natural ways. For The darkness has done a good job at destroying everything when it comes to your food and the systems and the way you feed yourselves, the way you share things, and the way you do not share things. The toxicity, the chemicals that are purposely, the toxicity and the chemicals that are purposely put into your foods and into your waters to diminish your knowledge, to diminish your wisdom, to dampen your brain, to cause you to be lesser than smart. Be aware of these things. As humanity awakens, these foods and these waters will become the biggest focus of all. As people become more and more concerned of the waters, more and more concerned of the foods. As you will begin to witness many food distribution companies and major manufacturers begin to fall in 2026, one after another. Nestle. Nestle has done so much darkness and so much evil, pumping out waters and stealing waters and putting toxicity in your foods and even in your hot cocoa. Nestle is one of the biggest companies that is going to begin to fall in 2026. You will see many of these companies claiming bankruptcy, and many fast food restaurants begin to close their doors on a higher level. This has already been happening. The knowledge and wisdom of this has been pretty much held from humanity. News outlets refuse to cover these stories. Fast food outlets, especially that with the capital M, are going to begin to fall, one after another. It will also be revealed very disturbing information that is held within the foods of places like the big capital M. You're not eating what you think you're eating. Get ready for things to be exposed from the Arctics and the cold, icy areas that begin to melt as they currently are. So much has been hidden. So much is being held secret, from the Arctics to Antarctica, to keeping your knowledge and wisdom away from it, to not allow you to truly absorb the information that radiates from these continents. This is all about to begin to slowly unleash itself as more and more things become exposed in the Arctic. And accidental revelations, not so accidental, begin to occur from the center of the Arctic, the hole within the earth, that in which they have been hiding for so long. You will begin to see things revealed like pyramids and other structures, which some have already been so, but so much more is coming in the way of what is hidden beneath the ice, and beyond the ice, and beyond the ice wall. They can only keep this knowledge suppressed and hidden for a very short time now. They've done so for thousands of years, but that time is running out, where humanity is going to be shocked and very angry by the knowledge and wisdom that they learn in the coming years. These things that have been suppressed for so long, that you have been brainwashed and lied to for so long. This is all about to become knowledge, common knowledge to the people. What really is happening on the earth and around us, and what really is up in your sky, and the ability to actually travel into space, and the lies that have been construed when it comes to space travel. Again, this is all about to be revealed. They say that the sky is the limit, but perhaps the skies are actually limited, not allowing you to travel as far as you think that you can travel, with the lies and deception that have continuously been construed by your governments and from the royal family, who controls and has controlled everything for way too long. That control is about to die soon after the great funeral that is about to take place in the coming year. That funeral will mark off an amazing time for humanity, a freedom, finally freeing people from the grips that's been held upon them by the royals and by Britain across the globe. Folks are not quite aware of this. And the skies are not the limit. For the sky and the sky events that are coming are going to again awaken people on a whole new level. Stare closely at your skies in the coming November 2025. November 2025, so many revelations will be coming from your galactic brothers and sisters who sit in the background watching and observing for so long now. They will not interfere, they will not intervene, but they will allow themselves to be known and to be seen in your skies across the globe in the coming months and in the month of November especially. Those galactic beings, on the most part, come from inner dimensions. They are right here on the earth, but in a completely different dimension. When you raise your vibration, you will be able to raise your ability to communicate with these beings. Right now, currently, most of humanity, 99% of humanity, is completely in a lower vibration and has the inability to actually see and communicate and hold dialogue with these beings. These beings have been here all along. Some live within the earth itself. Some live beneath your oceans. Many reside in this other dimensional world, while some live right above you. And what you may think is just a space station, but they have their own space station right above you that shines brightly upon you every evening. This will all be revealed in the near future. All will be revealed as we begin to open up dialogue with these galactic beings. What will ignite this is the major ascension codes that are coming in the coming year. These ascension codes will awaken many of the people to these levels that will allow them to be able to communicate with these interdimensional beings. Empire State Building, Times Square, Statue of Liberty. Draw a line between the three and then way up into the sky. For something is coming to this area. New York will endure an attack. Not quite like that of 9/11, but an attack to the people. An attack on your power grid, an attack on your energy. This is meant to ignite the people within New York City to fight against one another, to go against the system. Do not feed into this. Stay in your homes, bunker down, be aware, and know that you too will be safe in the time soon progressing this major event that is about to take place, not just in New York City, but in cities across the globe. Again, we see Paris. Paris attacks, major fires in Paris, major fires in the United Kingdom as well. As many religious structures become set ablaze, whether they be churches, synagogues, mosques, a complete war, a civil one, against one another. But we say to you today, do not feed into this. Do not feed into this conflict, into this division, for this is exactly what the dark evil doers that control everything on the planet want you to do. The goal here is not to feed into that. Again, stay in your homes, bunker down when things go a bit haywire. The winter months will be more than cold. It will be the cold that will want to keep you inside your space, inside your home. It will be not just New York City, but other major cities. LA, Chicago, Miami, Dallas. Be aware of these coming attacks. I have this vision of this large snake that kind of slithers out of a giant home. It looks like a giant python. And as it slithers out, it's got fangs like that of a water moccasin coming from the waters, coming up out of the waters and out of the earth and ready to attack us. But then I see this great sword, this great large sword that feels to me like the golden sword of St. Michael, that swoops down and cuts the head off of this serpent and off of this snake. I take this as a very symbolic symbol, showing us that some kind of snake is going to attempt to rise up from the people and from the earth, but the archangels will be ready and prepared to behead this snake and this serpent and prevent it from biting upon us, sending its venom upon humanity and the blood of humanity. Prayers to Saint Michael, to the archangels for preparing us for this event. These are the events that are taking place beneath our feet in other dimensions. This massive war between the light and the dark. This war is now going nuclear in another dimension. Now through the year 2032, things are about to intensify across the planet as you will begin to witness governments completely collapsing, completely falling out of order, civil unrest, civil wars, and people beginning to step into their power to take their power back again. But it will be the events that happen beneath our feet, the earth, when she shifts, when she shakes things and sends massive tsunamis to shorelines. This is what will really truly be that in which awakens the people to a level of bringing people together in this level of pure love, this pure consciousness of wanting to help one another, and then in turn separating and going in different directions to build community and where folks focus more on providing for themselves the way our ancestors did, growing and preparing their own food, raising their own animals, and doing so in a community setting where everybody works together. Everybody has a talent, everybody has a gift, everybody is doing something, everybody's doing their part. October 30th, I keep seeing the date October 30th circled on a calendar. I believe this is October 30th, 2025. Not sure why it's circled on the calendar, but I would believe that'd be a very significant day and time period. The people need to be aware that good things are coming your way. As much as the trials and tribulations that lie ahead and that you currently flow through as if you are walking through a thick mud in the middle of a swamp trying to find your way out. At the end of that swamp, there's this land where you step upon this land. And in this land, you're going to find a much more awakened society. You will begin to find amazing cures in diseases like cancer, diabetes, Crohn's disease, even Parkinson's disease and Alzheimer's disease. Many amazing breakthroughs. Knowledge and wisdom that's been held from you for so long when it comes to the causes of these diseases. What actually makes them exist? What makes them manifest within your bodies? That is what they have been holding from you for so long. Once you are able to identify the causes of these diseases, the quicker it will be for you to eliminate them completely. Not only will there be revelations in the causing of these diseases and illnesses, there will be many new treatments, cures, and things that go back to the old natural ways. Things that have not quite existed on this planet in thousands of years. These things, these cures, these methods of healing are about to break through in the coming years between this period and 2030. So be excited for the amazing innovations that are about to happen when it comes to the body, mind, and spirit, and the true way of healing yourselves and putting your body, mind, and spirit all together in a higher vibration. When you radiate in a higher vibration, you live a much longer life, living well past the ages of 100 and doing so in a very healthy, happy, mindful way, where you don't have to worry about being 100 years old and trying to figure out what's happening and what's going on around you. For The diseases, again, like Alzheimer's, dementia, and many others, will no longer exist once you reach that point of the new Earth and the future Earth, which is just around the corner. Become more aware of the foods, the toxicities of the foods and the things that are going in your body. This is a big, large part of what's causing these diseases to manifest and causing them to spread more and more. They don't want you to be healed. They, being the globalists, the evildoers, they do not want you to heal. They want to profit from your illness, profit from your disease, while at the same time lowering the amount of people on the planet. But again, these knowledges and these wisdoms will soon be revealed. People will become angered by the truth when it is revealed about the suppression of our food and the knowledge and wisdom that actually truly heals us. That actually truly heals humanity. I see this vision and I feel as if I am perhaps in the Gulf of America, Gulf of Mexico, where I begin to see this bubbling up from beneath the waters. It's the strangest thing. It's the most weird, uncomfortable sense that I get as I begin to see these waters begin to bubble up, especially closer to the Caribbean islands. I would take this that there's some type of movement that's going to happen beneath the ocean or beneath the Gulf of Mexico, Gulf of America, that causes these bubbles to erupt. But these bubbles can very likely turn into waves or other things that can be detrimental to that area in the future. Now I'm taken above the Indian Ocean, between Indonesia, India, Myanmar, and even Vietnam jumps out at me. But the Indian Ocean, I see something happening, and again, a bubbling that happens beneath the Indian Ocean. I hear this loud sound, this loud crack, as if I'm here in United States and I hear this crack, even though I'm so far away across the planet, along the Indian Ocean. Something big happens there. It's as if the earth splits and swallows up part of the ocean, while other parts of the waters begin to rise up higher. Not in that of a tsunami wave, but as adding water to the ocean, causing coastlines across the globe to begin to sink beneath the waters. Again, this is not something to be feared, but something to be embraced. As I feel this large crack, this large something happening in the Indian Ocean, I smell something really awful. It literally smells to me like sulfur. Sulfur often associated with demons and darkness, although I don't feel like necessarily this is the case. But beings I associate sulfur with darkness and demons, I would think that this smell is toxic, harmful, hurts people. Stay inside. Don't go where the wind blows. February 2026 jumps out strongly to me. I'm not sure if this is for this event that happens beneath the Indian Ocean, but something big happens in February 2026. I'm taken over to President Trump, to his health, which we already know his health is not good. He looks really bad. But I get this sense that there's something completely off with his blood and his blood sugar, as if there may be diabetes going on with the president in the United States, to a point that he may have an issue that brings about the amputation, perhaps, of a toe, problems with his legs and his feet, problems with his walking. I keep seeing President Roosevelt in a wheelchair, as if this is reflecting over to President Trump, that he may temporarily be in a wheelchair President Trump will not make it through this presidency. As we have said before, many, many years back, this will be natural. As much as the conspiracy theorists will try to make this out to be something that was done purposely, it will not be. They already know. They see into time. They see into the future. They've known this before he even went into place. They have Vance on the sideline working, waiting, expecting to step into that position, with a list of orders as soon as he steps into that position. These orders will be much worse than that in which the current president has done. Beware. Beware. I have this strange vision of an airplane flying through the sky. I keep seeing the number 141. Not sure if this is the plane number, the flight number, the number of people aboard. It seems to be flying very peacefully through the sky. But that number 141 is haunting me. It's daytime. I see the reflection of the sunlight on the plane. May even be sometime during sunset. I feel like the plane loses power. All of a sudden, I'm looking at this plane as if I'm in the clouds looking at it fly by, looking at the people and even a little kid waving out the window. But all of a sudden, it seems like everything inside the plane goes dark. I feel like there's this panic and this sudden downfall of this plane as it begins to pitch quickly through the clouds and down towards the earth. It's all I see with this plane. It's an easy assumption that this plane is crashing. There's some kind of connection to the number 141. I see Kim Jong-un, the leader of North Korea, and at first it appears that he grabs his chest and he's holding his chest as if he's having an attack, a panic attack or something with his heart. But separately, I go from that vision to seeing him outside putting his hand up in a salute that looks very much like that of Adolf, putting his hand up, saluting his people as I see this big parade of military missiles. Some of these look like they're nuclear, as if he's bragging, as if he's getting ready to go off to conflict. I see this tension that rises greatly between the North and the South and the Koreas. Big tensions. Intervention. Somebody steps in. Somebody steps in to help South Korea. But Kim Jong-un has this plan of going to conflict. Not sure with who. Big threats will come out of North Korea in the coming months. Big threats. I'm in the China Sea and I see some type of explosion on the water. I feel like I'm on a ship, and I'm on a ship that's owned by China. A very aggressive ship. And it seems to me that they're demanding somebody to leave the waters or demanding something from this other either boat or actually perhaps a submarine. And I see them firing upon this. I see a large explosion on the waters of the China Sea. I feel that this escalates or brings about conflict. A right to retaliate against China for this senseless attack on the China Sea. China will become more and more aggressive. But like the United States, in the coming years, the Chinese CCP will slowly evaporate and slowly fall apart as Xi Jinping is about to exit power in the near future. He will fall and he will disappear very, very quickly. And in turn, in the coming years, the Chinese people will step up in a civil defense against the governments and against the control of the communist government that resides in China. In turn, like the United States, China will begin to split apart. At least in 3, perhaps in 5, perhaps in 7. But China will split apart. And again, I remind you that this is for the good of all and the good of humanity, dividing the different vibrations where People that vibrate on the same vibrational frequency gather together on the same lands. This will bring good, positive things to neighboring unions and neighboring regions that are split apart. China will attempt to do something with a takeover of the Taiwan and the Taiwanese. This will be also short-lived. They will not be successful in this takeover, as this takeover will actually anger the people within China, causing again a rise up. As China and China's economic system begins to collapse, as well as economic systems across the globe. The American dollar is burning, and it's burning. I see piles of money burning in American dollars. The American economy is about to fall. This will have a ripple effect across the globe. The Japanese government and the Japanese dollar will also, the yen will all collapse. Watch Japan closely, followed by watching China closely, and the third will be the United States. And things will trickle down from that point forward. But you must be aware of the initiative that the dark evildoers want to do as the economy collapses and rebounds. When it rebounds, they plan to push you into this digital system. You must resist. You must insist on a physical, economic-based system, whether it be a trade system or whether it be something like precious metals of gold or silver. Something new will evolve from this crash, a new currency, a new way, something that is physical that will be proposed. They will call the man a genius for what he comes up with, a genius for bringing this rebound back. After really tough times, it won't be a recession, it will be an all-out collapse. That is why it is so important that you make sure that you and your family have all the necessities to help you bear through a month, several months, or whatever you can afford to do. This will help you and help alleviate any stress levels when these things do collapse. When you are prepared and you are aware of what's coming, and when these events do come, which they soon will, you will bear through these events with ease and with joy. Well, friends, I very much hope that you enjoyed this particular channeled session from Wednesday, September 17th, 2025. Some really interesting information in there from my master spirit guides that I thank ever so greatly, because I really couldn't do this without my connection to my amazing guardian angels and guides. And you too can make that connection with your guides. Remember, meditation is the key. And I do teach classes. I don't have any classes going right now, but you can find all the information out and what's going on with me and past content simply by going down below in the description and signing up for the free newsletter. Sign up for that free newsletter, and when you do, make sure that you confirm it, because you will get an email to confirm it. Check your spam folder. And that email goes out usually the first of the month or the day before the first of the month with all the astrology, numerology for the month, and all the past content and any upcoming classes or events that I may have coming. Other than that, again, a big thanks to the supporters who make this free content possible for everybody else. I couldn't do it without you. I thank you with infinite love and gratitude. Remember, you can catch me on other platforms like Spotify and Rumble and all those down below in the description. Until the next time, friends, remember to celebrate life, celebrate you. And most importantly, remember, be bold, be true, be kind, be you, baby. Let your light shine ever so brightly. And have a beautiful rest of your day. And namaste. And much love, friends. Much love.